Okay, we are looking at solving systems of equations by substitution. And our steps are going to be to solve each equation for y. I want both of them in y equals mx plus b. Then the second step, we want to set the equations equal to each other. And when we do that, we only have one variable. We have x, so we're going to solve for x. That says 4. And then finally, we'll plug our answer, or our x value, into our revised equation from step 1 and solve for the other variable, or the y value. So let's look at an example. Example number 3, both of these are in y equals mx plus b. So step 1 is done. So step 2, we're going to set these two pieces equal to each other. For 4x minus 1 equals 2x minus 5. I've got one variable and I can solve for that variable, the value of that variable. So remember, I got x values on both sides, so I want to move this x over to the left-hand side by doing opposite operations. So I'm going to subtract from both sides. So I'm left with 2x minus 1 equals negative 5. Now that I've got the variable on one side, I can start to remove everything else and put everything else on the right-hand side. We always want to start with what's added or subtracted first, and then move on to what's connected to that variable. So opposite operations, we're going to add 1 to both sides. I'm left with 2x equals negative 4. 2x is multiplication, so opposite operation is division. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So my x value is negative 2. Remember, in solving these systems of equations, I want a point. I want an x value and I want a y value. This is my x value. Okay? So now I'm to step 3. I'm going to take that x value and I'm going to plug it into one of these equations to solve for y. It doesn't matter which one you plug it into. I'm going to pick the first one. So y equals 4. Where I see x, I'm going to put negative 2 minus 1. And when I type this into my calculator, y equals negative 9. So my solution here is negative 2, negative 9. Look at another example really quickly, where we have to perform step number 1. So right here, y equals 6x and 2x plus 3y equals negative 20. This second one is not in y equals mx plus b, so we need to get it that way. Remember, that means we're going to leave y right here, and we're going to move first starting with the x and then what's connected to the y. So always move your x first by doing opposite operations. Can't combine these two, so it's just negative 2x minus 20. Divide by what's in front of y. Negative 2 over 3x minus 20 over 3. Now I can set this whole thing equal to this. So we've got 6x equals negative 2 over 3x minus 20 over 3. Move my x value, so add 2 over 3x. This is 20 over 3x equals negative 20 over 3. In order to get rid of this fraction, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. X equals negative 1. Again, we're looking for that point, and that's our x value. I'm going to plug in that x value for one of these equations. I'm going to go ahead and pick that first one. Y equals negative 6. Our solution here is negative 1, negative 6.